Finland enhances air defense with Israel's Sling system. Centre Party leader Antti Kaikkonen stirs debate with bold immigration policy. Finnish man linked to UK Telegram riot group faces BBC scrutiny. 19-year-old sentenced to life for murder and child rape in Finland. Finland's air defense is missing a critical capability at high altitudes, similar to Israel's Sling system. When Iran attacked Israel with missiles, Israel's air defense system worked effectively, minimizing damage thanks to a layered defense model. Finland uses a similar approach, combining different air defense systems to protect its airspace. However, towards the end of the last decade, Finland realized its system lacked protection at high altitudes. To address this, in November 2023, Finland ordered Israel's Sling system. This system is expected to be operational by the end of this decade, significantly improving Finland's defense capabilities, especially in the high-altitude layers where the country currently lacks suitable systems. Antti Kaikkonen, the chairman of Finland's Centre Party, has increased the party's support with a notable statement on immigration policy. In an interview, he stated that Finland only welcomes immigrants who come to work, but it does not need criminals or freeloaders. This bold move contrasts with his predecessor Anni Karzar-Rikko, who never made similar remarks. This strategy has helped the Centre Party attract support from voters of the Finns party in rural areas, with the approval rate exceeding 13% for the first time in a long time. The BBC has traced a 20-year-old Finnish man who was a member of a group distributing instructions for arson during riots in the UK via Telegram. The group, which he managed, was shut down, but it had more than 14,000 members at its peak. The BBC previously contacted him by email but received no response, so they decided to approach him directly. In a video broadcast by the BBC, journalist Ed Thomas asked if he was responsible for the inflammatory messages in the Southport Wake Up Telegram group. During the Southport riots, 3 children were killed, and the tension was blamed on far-right extremists. The Finnish man called the police to report that the BBC reporter was harassing him. He refused to answer questions and threatened to seek a restraining order if the matter continued. The BBC stated that his group contributed to organizing the riots in Southport, where a mosque was attacked and threatened. The Pura-Kanmar District Court has just sentenced a 19-year-old man to life in prison for murder, aggravated rape of a minor, and possession of child pornography. Notably, this sentence is harsher than what the prosecutor initially requested, who had only asked for a manslaughter conviction. According to legal experts, this situation is rare but not unprecedented. In murder cases, the court has the right to independently assess and issue a sentence different from the prosecutor's original request. The details of the case are as follows. A 15-year-old girl from Vankere-Arkauski was killed in the forest in May. According to the prosecutor, the man had followed the girl at night for a long time, which led to an argument. The defendant then ordered the girl into the forest, and DNA evidence confirmed that 2 instances of sexual intercourse occurred. The defendant admitted to these acts, stating that the girl did not consent, but denied knowing the victim's age. He also did not know the victim beforehand. The victim died from strangulation. According to investigators, based on the injuries, the victim was strangled violently and possibly for several minutes. The defendant took the victim's mobile phone and threw it into a nearby ditch. Family and friends searched for the girl that same night and found her in the forest the next morning. The man was also charged with possessing child pornography images, which were found on his mobile phone. According to the lawyer, the defendant had searched online for information about strangulation and murder, proving that the act was premeditated. The Vankere-Arkauski murder sparked many discussions about violence and the instability of young people. On Thursday morning, a major technical malfunction at Helsinki-Vantaa Airport's baggage handling system caused significant congestion in the departure area. According to Finavia, the issue was resolved around 9:30 a.m., and the system resumed normal operations by 10 a.m. Throughout the morning, contingency measures were in place, and baggage handling gradually returned to normal. However, due to the malfunction that lasted from 4 a.m., many bags were still not transferred to the correct flights, leading to a backlog. Finavia stated that airlines would assist passengers in reclaiming delayed baggage. A serious traffic accident occurred this afternoon on National Road 12 near the intersection with Turinganti in Lamy, Hämeenlinna. A car and a timber truck collided, leaving one person severely injured. The truck's cargo spilled across the road, causing significant traffic congestion. The road is currently closed, and a detour has been set up through the Lamy church area. Police are still investigating the cause of the accident and will provide updates on Friday morning. In northern Lapland, violations of hunting licenses are becoming a serious issue. Licenses to hunt grouse are sold out within seconds, leaving many hunters without valid permits. This has led some to purchase licenses for other animals, such as hares or ducks, and use them to hunt grouse, which is illegal. Metsähallitus, Finland's forestry management authority, has uncovered this fraudulent behavior and reduced the number of licenses for other animals to prevent this. Experts say this behavior harms animal populations and could lead to stricter regulations in the future. Zane Pyrer-Karlainen, a longtime hunter, stated that hunting without the proper license could tarnish the image of nature lovers and result in unwanted restrictions. Authorities are considering expanding ranger powers to inspect equipment and game products to address these violations. A working group from Finland's Ministry of Social Affairs and Health has just published a report indicating that some over-the-counter medications could be sold outside of pharmacies. However, the condition for implementing this change is to ensure safety in medication use and to provide appropriate medical advice, especially for medium-risk drugs like cold, allergy, or digestive medications. Easy-to-use products, such as vitamins and artificial tears, could easily be sold outside pharmacies. The government plans to present a proposal to Parliament in the fall of 2025. The endangered freshwater pearl mussel radku needs a protected area, but the question arises, who will pay for it? To protect the radku, a 45-meter wide forest strip along the river, where no logging is allowed, must be left untouched. This poses a challenge for landowners, as they cannot sell the trees from this area. 3 compensation options have been proposed. First, the state could pay for the conservation area as part of its environmental protection policy. Second, timber companies could purchase the trees from the protected area but not cut them down. Third, private organizations or individuals could buy natural conservation rights from landowners through market transactions. However, there is still no consensus on who will be responsible for paying, and this is causing debate between authorities and stakeholders. A daycare chain in Finland, Toholar, has admitted to a mistake in providing insufficiently nutritious food for children under 1 year old at daycares in the Pirkanmaa region. A parent shared that their child was frequently fed vegetable soup without protein. This issue persisted, causing the baby to become hungry and cry throughout the night. After discovering the problem, parents began bringing seed cheese to daycare to ensure their children would not go hungry. Toholar stated that the mistake occurred due to a misunderstanding between them and the food supplier. Since July, the daycare chain has added protein to the menu for young children, and they have changed food suppliers as of October. Local authorities have also requested Touhula to review the quality of meals for children under 1 year old to ensure compliance with national nutritional recommendations. Most stores in Finland prohibit employees from taking leftover food. According to a survey, only a few stores within the K Group allow employees to take home leftover food. Meanwhile, S Group and Lidl have banned this practice. At K Group stores, store owners can decide whether to allow employees to take home nearly expired or damaged food. However, this can create challenges in ensuring fairness across different work shifts. Lidl was involved in a lawsuit related to this issue in 2014 when 10 employees were fired for taking leftover food from the bakery. The case was settled out of court. Today, stores prioritize selling leftover food through apps or donating it to charities and for energy production.